Hello, my name is Anne, and welcome to a rather late Quilty Fun special, Piazza Clue 7. Now, this was meant to go up last week, and as you can probably tell, I'm on day 10 of laryngitis. So I may not do an awful lot of talking today while I show you our new clue. If you don't know what a puzzle mystery is, it's a company called Tobyknits that puts these out, and they are amazing. Why? Because they send you a new puzzle piece. So imagine a jigsaw puzzle. They send you a new puzzle piece every month, and it's already cut. Yes, it's cut for you. So basically, all you do is you take the instructions that come inside your package and you put together, you sew together the puzzle piece. Now, a lot of times the puzzle piece doesn't look like anything by the time you've finished with it, because that's what it is, a puzzle piece. And in Clue 10, because it goes on for 10 months, you get the actual instructions to put it all together. And it's really cool because some days they'll say to you, sew puzzle 1B to 8A and stuff like that. So you have to scamper through all your puzzle pieces to find the next piece to sew together. It's such a lot of fun. The colorways are amazing. I'm pretty sure Piazza is now fully gone. I think that all the puzzle colors is gone. I'm using Valle for mine, which these are the colors. This is what they look like in the wheel. And they're metallic, so they're really interesting. And they have sea creatures on them. Ooh. What I do is, when this comes in, you get this little booklet in your first clue. And what I do with it is I write on it the kind of thread I've used in color, which kind of foot I've used. So I have 2 different 1/4-inch feet. So one is metallic, one is plastic. So I always make sure I use the same one each time. And what I put my stitch length to, because that's important. And then I take all my little pieces that are pre-cut for us. I get my instructions. And this is what we're going to be making 2 of this design. It doesn't look like much, does it? But at the end, it will be fabulous. And this tells us all the things that we've got in the little package, how many we should have. And then you get the instructions to put them together. So I thought it would be fun to show you, because I already did one of the 2, what it looks like. So this is what it's going to look like finished. And there is a part on this I want you to pay close attention. So all these are the same half square triangles with the same direction for each color. Then we have this big piece in the middle. And then we have these half square triangles again. But oh, this one's different. Yes, it's meant to be. This forms like a funny little road, as I call it. But these all stay the same. So you have to take care that you get this part right when you're putting it together. But I'm going to show you how to do that now anyway. So let's have a look. Okay, so here we have all of our puzzle pieces. And obviously I've already made one of them, so I have half the amount of puzzle pieces here. Our instructions are going to tell us that we need to put our B and our A together. So this is where this comes in handy, because it's going to tell us what our A and our B is. So my A fabric is this one with the seahorses. So it'll be at the top. I'm just going to move these out the way for you. It'll be at the top. And this one, which is my B fabric, so they're all going to basically go like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to take each piece and put them right sides together lining up all of our edges, the square edge here, the diagonal edge, and this edge. And I'm going to put a pin in that to hold it in place. And take that to the sewing machine and do that, right? So right across there. And I'm going to do that for all of these pieces. And when you do them all at the same time, that's called chain piecing. And it saves you time. And it saves you thread because you're just running from one piece to another without having to stop and lift your needle and pull the thread and cut it off and all that. So I am going to go over and sew these together and come back and show you them completed. Okay, so here they are all sewn together. And you can see that I pressed them going towards side B. That's what the instructions tell us. So they all go to side B. So now that they're all done and pressed, now our next set of instructions tells us to put them together as a group of 4. And our A is always going to be at the top. Like this. In that. There. So we have our A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B. 4. So the way I like to do it is I'll fold these in half. And I will pin them. And then I'll fold this one in half. Pin them, and I will chain piece these two together along these 2 lines, press them open, and then come back. So here these are, and again, these have all been pressed towards the A. So the arrow, you can see that it goes this way when you put it in your iron. So now all that we have left, seeing as we've done these 2, is to just literally sew these 2 together. I really do apologize for my voice. The more I talk, the worse it gets. That's why I'm not really talking much and doing these snippet videos for you. So I will just stitch that and be right back. So it's all sewn together now and looks super cute. Don't ever worry about the direction that your fabric is going in. I never worry about that because in the grand scheme of things, we don't know what direction they'll end up in the major quilt. So don't worry about them. Don't fussy cut them. Don't try to make them get there. So there is that part now. So now we're going to do the same thing with these guys. We are going to sew these all together. We just got to make sure we've got them in the right orientation. So my C fabric is this, and this is my D. If I can unstick him. Come on. There. And I'm going to sew them all together like that by folding them right sides together and sewing down there with all 4. So these have now all been sewn together. Our C is at the top, our D is at the bottom, and we are pressing our seam towards the D. Now we're going to put these together like this row, but a little bit different. Pay attention. The first one, we are going, you would think we were going to do this and put them all with the CD, 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 but we're not. We're going to change this one around and have D, C. And there you have that kind of little road I always talk about when we have 2 of the same colors joining, but these all stay the same. So we're going to do exactly the same as we did for the other one. We're going to fold this one over, fold this one over, and sew those both down, that seam, press them, and come back to sew the final piece together. And there we have that one all sewn together, just like this one. So now what do we do? Now we're going to take our lovely big piece of E and put them between the two of them. First of all, I'm going to do this one. Now, you will notice it is a little bit bigger than these two pieces. Don't worry about that. It doesn't matter because we have used 1/4-inch seams here, and sometimes they're a little bit bigger than others. Sometimes they're not. So don't worry. What I typically do, though, is I will fold this in half if this is the part that's a bit bigger. Put a little crease in it. And I will line that crease up with the center here. So right sides together and line that crease up. And then I will pin all the way along the top. I'm not going to pull or stretch it. I'll just trim it off after. So I'm going to go and sew all the way across there. And then when I do iron it, I'm going to iron down towards the E. So there we have that one done. And again, don't worry about this stuff. I never do. And now we're going to do this one and flip it up. What I usually do is I like to flip it up and then turn it this way, because I have to make sure I have those other two pieces running the right way. Pin it. And again, what I'm making sure is that this edge meets this edge, and this edge is going to be the same as this edge. These little bits here, I'll just cut off later. And there we have it. That did not take me long at all to make. We have this going the right way. Here is our other one. And they look awesome. So I just noticed something when I was showing you this. This is one I just did. This is the one I did before. And then I realized, if we put it this way, these two blocks are not right. These are not. This should be switched around. So here's how I'm going to fix it. I literally just unpicked halfway, and I'm going to unpick this one. That's why I like a 2. It's small enough, but it's also big enough that you can unpick without making a mess. I'll blame it on the fact that I was feeling really ill when I was doing this first one. Not that I'm that much better, but you know. So I'm going to just press this because I have all these there. So I just pressed it really quick. Let's get that one out the way. And this one is meant to be this way. So that you can see. I am now going to sew these together here along that line right there, and then there it is the right way and pressed the right way. And then I'm going to bring this back and I'm going to sew back along that line. And I'll just go over there a little bit and finish that off. There it is. Now it's all better. Here's our little road. All these other pieces are going the right way. And here is this one. They match. Yeah, even I make mistakes. So there, now I hope you have enjoyed this video. So what did you think of that? I wasn't going to cough about the fact that I'd made a mistake. I was just going to leave it and think nobody's going to notice. But then the very clever ones amongst you will have paused my video and said, oh, she's made a mistake. So I thought I'd put it in and show you how I fix it, because it was a very quick fix. You didn't have to undo the whole row and the whole thing. It was easy to fix. So I love these. These are super fun. The fabric is wonderful to work with. And I'm looking forward to seeing Clue 8 next month. I also, if you're interested in getting in on the puzzle mysteries, there is also a brand new one that just started called Village Green. And all of the colorways are flowers. And that you would typically, I guess, find in a village green. And I am doing the daffodil one for that. So I'm hoping to be able to film that for you next week. If I have my voice back better. But anyway, this is all it is. It's all I can do. I hope you've enjoyed the video. All the links will be down below to how you can get in on Village Green. I do have a code you can use where you will get a gift with your first order. So hey, why not? What's better than free? And you can pay monthly for these, I think. Or you might be able to pay for the whole thing at once. But it's a lot of fun and a very quick sew. Okay, bye for now.